What if the next premium electric SUV isn't coming from Tesla, BMW, or Mercedes, but from a brand that most people still underestimate? Because what you're about to see might completely change the way you think about luxury EVs. Here's the surprising part. On paper, the 2026 Zeekr 7X looks like just another high-performance electric SUV, but hidden beneath its sleek design are several engineering decisions that could make some of the biggest names in the industry very uncomfortable. And one particular feature, which we'll uncover later in this video, might be the biggest reason buyers start looking beyond traditional luxury brands. Welcome to Car Matrix, where we explore the world's newest cars, groundbreaking technology, and the future of driving. At first glance, the Zeekr 7X doesn't scream for attention. Instead, it has the quiet confidence of a vehicle that knows exactly what it is. The clean body lines, sculpted surfaces, and futuristic lighting don't just make it look modern. They hint at a much deeper focus on efficiency, technology, and everyday usability. But good looks alone don't make a great SUV. The real question is whether all this futuristic styling actually translates into a better driving experience, or if it's simply another case of impressive marketing wrapped in an expensive package. And this is where things start getting interesting. Zeekr claims this SUV is built to deliver premium comfort, cutting-edge technology, and serious performance without compromising practicality. That's a bold promise in a segment already packed with strong competitors. But there's one engineering detail hiding underneath this SUV that most reviews barely mention. And once you understand why it matters, you'll see the Zeekr 7X in a completely different way. So before we explore what's inside the cabin, let's first take a closer look at the exterior, because it's doing far more than just turning heads. As you walk toward the 2026 Zeekr 7X, one thing becomes instantly clear. This SUV wasn't designed to look aggressive just for attention. Every line, every curve, and every surface has a purpose. Instead of relying on oversized grills or dramatic fake vents, Zeekr has taken a cleaner, more sophisticated approach that feels refreshingly modern. Up front, the slim LED lighting signature gives the SUV a sharp and unmistakable identity, even from a distance. The front fascia looks smooth and uncluttered, allowing the body to slice through the air more efficiently while giving the vehicle a premium, futuristic character. Move to the side, and you'll notice the flowing roofline, flush door handles, and carefully sculpted profile. These aren't just styling tricks. They help reduce aerodynamic drag, which plays an important role in improving efficiency, extending driving range, and even lowering wind noise at highway speeds. That's the kind of detail you'll appreciate every single day, not just in showroom photos. Around the back, the full-width LED taillight creates a clean, high-tech appearance that makes the Zeekr 7X instantly recognizable after sunset. It's modern without feeling over-designed, and that's becoming increasingly rare in today's EV market. But here's something many people overlook. A premium SUV isn't judged only by how it looks when parked. The real test begins when you open the door for the first time. Does the quality actually match the price? Does the cabin feel truly luxurious? Or does the beautiful exterior simply create expectations that the interior can't live up to? That's exactly where many electric SUVs either impress buyers or disappoint them. And surprisingly, the Zeekr 7X takes a very different approach once you step inside. Some of its most impressive innovations aren't visible from the outside at all, and one interior feature could completely change how you experience every drive. Let's open the door and see if the cabin is as impressive as the exterior promises. The moment you step inside the 2026 Zeekr 7X, the atmosphere changes completely. Instead of trying to overwhelm you with dozens of buttons or flashy design elements, the cabin feels calm, clean, and thoughtfully organized. It's the kind of interior that makes you want to stay a little longer, even before you press the start button. Right in front of you, a large, high-resolution infotainment display becomes the center of attention. But what makes it impressive isn't just its size. It's designed to make everyday driving easier, giving you quick access to navigation, entertainment, vehicle settings, and connected features without feeling unnecessarily complicated. The digital driver display keeps the most important information directly in your line of sight, helping you stay focused on the road instead of constantly looking away. It's a small detail, but one that makes a noticeable difference during long drives. Comfort also plays a huge role here. The seats are designed to provide strong support whether you're commuting through city traffic or spending hours on the highway. Premium materials, soft-touch surfaces, and carefully selected finishes give the cabin a genuine luxury feel rather than simply looking expensive in pictures. And then there's the sense of space. Thanks to the dedicated electric vehicle platform, the floor remains flat, creating more legroom for passengers and making the cabin feel open and airy. Rear seat passengers benefit just as much, turning the ZR7X into an SUV that's built for families as well as driving enthusiasts. But this is where things become even more interesting. A beautiful interior means very little if the technology behind it becomes frustrating after a few weeks of ownership. That's where many modern vehicles struggle. Smooth software, intelligent driver assistance, and everyday usability matter far more than impressive-looking screens. So the real question isn't whether the Zeekr 7X looks premium. The real question is whether it actually drives like one. Because once we get behind the wheel, we'll discover whether all this luxury is backed up by real performance, or if it's simply hiding behind a beautiful cabin. Now comes the moment that matters most. A premium electric SUV can have a stunning design and a luxurious cabin, but if it doesn't feel confident on the road, none of those things matter for very long. The 2026 Zeekr 7X is built on Zeekr's advanced electric vehicle architecture, a platform developed to balance performance, comfort, and efficiency. Depending on the version, buyers can choose between rear-wheel drive or an all-wheel drive setup, giving the SUV a wider appeal for different driving styles and road conditions. The higher-performance dual-motor model delivers an impressive amount of power, providing quick acceleration that's smooth, silent, and effortless. Unlike many gasoline SUVs that need to build up speed, electric motors deliver instant torque the moment you press the accelerator. Whether you're merging onto a busy highway or overtaking slower traffic, the response feels immediate and confidence-inspiring. But straight-line speed is only part of the story. The battery is mounted low in the chassis, lowering the vehicle's center of gravity. That helps the Zeekr 7X feel more planted through corners while also improving overall stability at higher speeds. Instead of feeling heavy or unsettled, it remains composed and predictable, giving the driver more confidence behind the wheel. Ride quality is another area where this SUV aims to stand out. The suspension is designed to absorb rough roads without making the vehicle feel overly soft. Around town, bumps and broken pavement are handled with impressive refinement, while highway cruising remains quiet and relaxed. It's the kind of balance that luxury SUV buyers expect. And of course, range is one of the biggest questions every EV buyer asks. Depending on the battery configuration and official test cycle, the Zeekr 7X is designed to deliver competitive driving range while also supporting fast charging, reducing the amount of time spent waiting at charging stations during longer trips. As always, real-world range will vary depending on speed, weather, terrain, and driving habits. But here's the biggest surprise: AT4 performance and long range might grab the headlines, yet they aren't necessarily what makes people fall in love with a vehicle. The real difference often comes from the small details you experience every single day. So before we deliver our final verdict, there's one last area we need to examine, because it could ultimately determine whether the Zeekr 7X is truly worth considering over its well-established rivals. So, after looking beyond the headlines and flashy specifications, what is the 2026 Zeekr 7X really like? The answer is surprisingly simple. This isn't an SUV that's trying to copy Tesla, BMW, or Mercedes. Instead, Zeekr is building its own identity by combining premium comfort, modern technology, strong performance, and everyday practicality into one well-balanced package. Safety is another area where buyers expect no compromises. The Zeekr 7X is designed with a strong body structure and a comprehensive suite of modern driver assistance technologies, helping reduce driver workload and adding confidence during daily commutes, as well as longer highway journeys. As with any new vehicle, available safety features may vary depending on the market and trim level. Of course, no vehicle is perfect. If you're someone who values a long-established dealership network or decades of brand heritage, Zeekr still has ground to cover in many global markets. Availability, after-sales support, and charging infrastructure can also differ depending on where you live. These are practical considerations every buyer should keep in mind before making a decision. But if your priority is innovation, premium design, cutting-edge technology, and a fresh alternative to traditional luxury brands, the Zeekr 7X makes a compelling case. It proves that the future of premium electric SUVs isn't limited to the names we've known for years. And remember the question we asked at the beginning of this video? Could a brand that many people still underestimate build an SUV capable of challenging the biggest names in the industry? After seeing what the Zeekr 7X brings to the table, the answer is no longer as difficult as it once seemed. It may not replace every established luxury SUV overnight, but it certainly deserves to be part of the conversation. And for many buyers, it could become the smarter choice. The premium EV market is changing faster than ever, and vehicles like the Zeekr 7X are proof that innovation can come from unexpected places. The biggest surprise isn't just how fast it is or how luxurious it feels. It's how confidently it shows that the next generation of premium electric SUVs may look very different from what we've been used to. So, what do you think? Could the 2026 Zeekr 7X be your next electric SUV? Or would you still choose a Tesla, BMW, Mercedes, or another competitor? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Car Matrix, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest reviews of the world's most exciting new cars. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.